This is my neighborhood. It's an eclectic blend of new and old, city and nature, a savory salsa of diverse architecture, people, culture, and art.
This area was once farmland for the Mission San Antonio de Valero, better known as the Alamo. It was watered by the Acequia Madre, an irrigation ditch built by the Spanish in the 18th century.
The King William neighborhood was first settled in the 1860s by prominent German immigrants. It was named in honor of King Wilhelm I, the King of Prussia.
The Lavaca neighborhood is one of the oldest remaining intact residential areas in San Antonio. Beginning in the early 1870s, the neighborhood began to be defined by the vernacular houses being built primarily by working class families.
This neighborhood once extended much farther, but several of the streets and houses were removed to make room for Hemisphere Park, I-37, and the World's Fair.
Our school was built in 1889.
Bonham Academy prepares students to learn multiple languages to get a better job in the future. They also teach us a lot of science and math.
What I love about living in the neighborhood is that it's low-key and passionate at the same time in terms of everyone's attitudes towards life downtown, towards being artists or being around artists or supporting the arts.
I mostly like that we're front door people, since these old houses don't have those big McMansion garages that ate the house. We all use our front doors, so you actually see your neighbors, you actually talk to your neighbors, you actually hang out with your neighbors. There's often impromptu parties that pop up because we're front door people.
I love this neighborhood. I really love this neighborhood because I grew up here pretty much, and I went to school at Bonham for a couple of years. My grandmother lived in this house, and I learned to walk in this house, and she always had a very good relationship with all of her neighbors, and she knew everybody and everybody knew her.
Oh, I love the neighborhood because I can go to my neighbors at any time of the day or night and ask them for sugar, milk, eggs, whatever.
So I got the chance to inherit the house, and I could have sold it, but I decided to stay here and raise my family and have a chance for my son to learn to walk where I learned to walk, and have relationships in the neighborhood like the relationships that my grandma had in the neighborhood. And it's a perfect place to raise my kid.
It's kind of a neat place because it's not very big, and you get to know a lot of people. And so when you go for a walk, like I usually like to do like now, sometimes it can take you 2 hours to go 2 blocks because you keep running into people that you know, and you have to stop and talk and find out what's going on. And that's what's neat. There's just so many people that you get to meet.
This is my neighborhood.
여기가 우리 이웃입니다.
This is my Nachbarschaft.
This is my neighborhood.
我很喜欢喝啤酒。